Wait, stop scrolling right now. If you're even thinking about buying the iPhone 16 or waiting for the Pro models, you are about to make a massive financial mistake. Because something leaked out of Cupertino, something that Apple didn't want you to see just yet, and it changes absolutely everything we know about their lineup. We're talking about the iPhone 17e. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this just another budget phone? Is this just a recycled chassis with a new chip? No. The leaks coming from the supply chain insiders in Taiwan suggest that the E doesn't stand for economy anymore. It might just stand for essential or even evolution. We're looking at a device that doesn't just cut corners. It cuts the throat of the flagship market. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down every single leaked specification, the controversial design choices that have purists screaming, and the price tag that is going to make Samsung and Google sweat. We are diving deep into the display technology that we thought was reserved for the Pro models, the camera system that redefines computational photography, and the secret weapon hidden inside the logic board that could make this the fastest phone in its class. Buckle up, because the iPhone 17e is not just a phone. It's a warning shot to the entire industry. Let's start with the design, because this is where the first major shock lands. For years, the budget or entry-level iPhones have looked like artifacts from a museum. Huge bezels, outdated Touch ID sensors, and small screens. That ends now. The rumors point to the iPhone 17e adopting a completely modern, edge-to-edge aesthetic that mirrors the premium lineup. We are hearing about an aerospace-grade aluminum body that feels lighter yet more durable than anything we've held before. But the real story is the back. Unlike the glossy fingerprint magnets of the past, Apple is reportedly testing a new matte-infused glass texture that feels like satin in the hand. And colors? Forget the boring basics. We are expecting a lineup that pops: deep midnight violets, ceramic whites, and a new slate green that looks absolutely stunning in the renders. But the design isn't just about looks, it's about the feel. The rumors suggest Apple is slightly curving the back edges, a callback to the ergonomic perfection of earlier models, making this large-screen device feel impossibly comfortable in your palm. And yes, the action button is finally coming to the masses. No more mute switch. You get the full customizable power of the Pro models right at your fingertips. Now, we have to talk about the display, because this has been the biggest deal breaker for Apple's non-Pro phones for years. The 60 Hz curse. In 2025 and 2026, selling a phone with a 60 Hz screen is practically criminal. Well, the supply chain leaks are screaming one thing. Promotion is finally trickling down. While it might not be the full variable 1 to 120 Hz LTPO panel found in the $1,000 models, reports indicate a new 90 Hz or fixed 120 Hz OLED panel is being tested for the 17e. This is massive. It means you're scrolling, you're gaming, and your system animations are going to be buttery smooth. Combined with the rumored 6.3-inch display size, which hits that sweet spot between the standard and the plus sizes, you're getting an immersive experience that rivals the flagship. The brightness levels are also getting a turbo boost, with peak outdoor brightness rumored to hit 2000 nits. That means perfect visibility even under the harsh California sun. Apple knows that the screen is what you interact with 100% of the time, and with the 17e, they're finally stopping the gatekeeping of high refresh rates. This alone makes the upgrade worth it, but we haven't even touched on the engine powering this beast. Under the hood, Apple is playing a very dangerous game with its competitors. Usually, the E or C models get yesterday's chip, but with the rise of Apple Intelligence and on-device AI, they can't afford to use old silicon. The neural engine needs raw power. That is why credible sources suggest the iPhone 17e will launch with the A19 chip, or at the very least, a bin version of the A18 Pro. This is overkill in the best way possible. We're talking about 3-nanometer architecture that sips battery while delivering desktop-class performance. Whether you are rendering 4K video, playing console-quality games like Resident Evil or Assassin's Creed, or multitasking between a dozen apps, this phone won't just keep up, it will fly. And let's address the RAM. For AI to work locally, you need memory. The leaks point to a jump to 8 GB or even 12 GB of unified memory. This ensures that the iPhone 17e is future-proof for at least 5 to 6 years. You are buying a device that is ready for software features that haven't even been invented yet. But what about the camera? This is where things get controversial. In a world of triple and quad lens monstrosities, the iPhone 17e is rumored to stick to a single or potentially a dual lens setup. But do not let that fool you. Apple is betting the house on fusion technology. The main sensor is rumored to be a massive 48-megapixel shooter, the same high-quality sensor found in the flagship models, capable of cropping in to provide a 2x optical zoom without losing detail. It's like having two lenses in one. They're stripping away the telephoto and ultra-wide junk that most people rarely use to focus the budget entirely on the main camera, the one you use for your portraits, your TikToks, and your family photos. The aperture is wider, letting in more light for night mode shots that look like they were taken with a DSLR. Plus, the video capabilities are untouched. Apple is still the king of video, and the 17 it will likely support cinematic mode and action mode, giving content creators a Hollywood studio in their pocket for a fraction of the price. Let's discuss the battery life, because power is nothing if the phone dies by 2 p.m. The new chassis design allows for a stacked battery technology, similar to what is used in electric vehicles. This increases density without increasing size. Coupled with the efficiency of the A-series chip and the lack of a power-hungry, always-on display, the iPhone 17e is projected to be the battery champion of the lineup. We are looking at potentially 2-day battery life for the average user. Imagine leaving your house in the morning, navigating with GPS, streaming music, watching videos, and coming home with 40% left in the tank. That is the kind of reliability that builds brand loyalty, and it's a huge selling point for the US market where we are always on the go. Charging speeds are also getting a bump. With the USB-C transition fully matured, we might finally see 35W or 40W fast charging speed supported officially, getting you from 0 to 50% in literally minutes.